If you're into night vision gear, there's a good chance you've already seen people talking about full-color night vision. And honestly, if you're still using old green screen binoculars, you're already falling behind. We've been using the Kilogograph for 2 years and the new Cigman CNVPRO for a couple of months, and after using both back-to-back, we started noticing the difference. So today, we're going to compare these two, break everything down, share exactly what we found, and help you figure out which full-color night vision binocular you should pick. Updated price and purchase links for both are provided in the video description for your convenience. Let's begin. So, in our hand, as you can see, is this Kilogograph. Now, you might think we're holding a camera, but nope, it's a binocular, shaped like a camera. Yeah, that's definitely going to start some conversations. Let's not get into this. Now, we're going to see what it came with. Inside the box, we got a carrying case, hanging strap, SD card, card reader, USB cable, and even a cleaning cloth. It showed they really thought about the complete user experience right out of the box. The build quality felt solid to us when we first held it. Here, the Cigman, so this one feels more like a compact pair of traditional binoculars, just more modern and streamlined. It came in a really solid box too, just like the Kilogograph, but it includes a carabiner with a compass. The design feels slightly tapered with this nice mix between plastic and rubber. Yeah, it looks good and feels premium without being over the top. Both are actually comfortable to hold, but the Cigman feels a bit heavy, whereas the Kilogograph we found it a bit lighter. So here's what we found when we looked at the features. The Kilogograph can shoot 4K video and take 40 megapixel photos. It has a 10 times zoom and an 850 nanometer infrared illuminator. And yeah, it actually shoots native 4K, which is nice because some other devices just upscale 2K. The screen, as you can see, it's huge, 4.2-inch OLED screen, and the brightness has 5 levels, which comes in handy in different lighting. So we'll see next if it does what it says or not, but we must say, the screen is good for checking our shots on the go. The Cigman CNVPRO, though, felt different. It uses the Sony Starvis 2 sensor, which we usually see on high-end dash cams and security cameras, so the image quality will obviously be solid. It takes 52 megapixel photos and 4K video with sound. And the manual focus lens is pretty big and pulls in a lot of light, plus the IR has 4 settings. It also has 2 times optical zoom and 8 times digital zoom. So the Kilogograph may have the bigger OLED screen, but when it comes to image quality, we found the Cigman better, because it takes sharper photos and gives us more control with that manual focus lens. From our experience, the first thing that stood out was the full-color night vision and detection range. With the Kilogograph, seeing actual colors at night was pretty cool. No green haze or black and white blur, and it worked well for camping or spotting things nearby. The Kilogograph claims a viewing range of around 1,476 feet, and while we didn't measure exactly, we could see objects reasonably far, even in darkness. The Cigman, on the other hand, felt more impressive in real use. Its full-color vision is just as clear, but the detection range seemed much farther. They claim over 3,280 feet. And honestly, in our tests, we could spot wildlife or distant objects much better in dark conditions. So for range and night clarity, the Cigman definitely had the upper hand. Now, when it comes to image quality, the Kilogograph does deliver solid 4K video and 40 megapixel photos. We liked that we could review shots easily on its big OLED screen. But the Cigman, with its Sony Starvis 2 sensor, produced sharper and cleaner images in low light. In our experience, the photos just looked more natural, details were easier to spot, and the video stayed quite clear even when lighting got tricky. So that sensor really made a difference, and we found ourselves reaching for the Cigman more often for quality shots. The infrared illuminators also played differently in practice. Kilogograph's 850 nanometer IR works fine, but it's not adjustable, so we're stuck with one setting. Talking about Cigman's IR, it has 4 brightness levels, which we loved. as it let us fine-tune depending on distance and darkness, which made observing wildlife at night much less harsh on the eyes. When it comes to battery life, we noticed a pretty big difference between the two. The Kilogograph has a 2600 mAh battery, and in our testing, it lasted around 4 hours on full drain using white balance night vision mode. Using full color mode eats up the battery a bit faster, which we expected. For us, it wasn't a deal breaker because we usually carry a power station on trips, but we definitely recommend having a power bank handy if you're going to be out for a while. The Cigman, though, really surprised us. Its 5000 mAh battery lasted about 14 to 15 hours with a mix of IR use and some video recording. That's a huge difference in practical use. On longer trips, it just means you're not constantly hunting for a charger. And honestly, this is one of the areas where the Cigman clearly takes the lead. For extended outings, it's a massive plus. As for connectivity and ease of use, Kilogograph has 5 GHz Wi-Fi, and connecting through the RoadCam app is straightforward. Just scan the QR code and you're in. Browsing videos and photos is smooth. And Cigman's Wi-Fi worked just as well. We especially liked using it when mounted on a tripod so we could control recording and snapping photos directly from our phone. Now, after spending time with both, here's what we found. The Cigman CNVPRO really shines when it comes to night vision and battery life. Plus, it gives sharp, clean images, and the 14+ hour battery actually lasts like they claim, which made it our go-to for long trips or nights out. The Kilogograph, though, well, we're not saying it's bad. It's a 2-year-old device we've used a lot, and honestly, it's still totally fine. The big OLED screen is great for reviewing footage in real time, and it hasn't let us down despite all the use. But when you put it next to the Cigman, especially considering that Starvis 2 sensor, it's obvious which one has the edge. So here's how we'd put it, just from using both. If you're someone who wants the strongest night vision, the longest range, and a battery that basically lasts the whole day, then yeah, the Cigman CNVPRO is the one you'll be happier with. But if you like something straightforward and enjoy having that big screen to quickly check what you just shot, then the Kilogograph fits that better. Alright, that's a wrap on today's comparison. Which one would you love to choose? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.